The gentleman from Alexandria, Mr. Englin.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
The gentleman has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, I know that redistricting is what's on everybody's minds right now, but there are other, arguably even more important issues facing the Commonwealth. And one of those issues is the issue of adoption. This morning we had a press conference responding to the governor's proposal on another controversial issue related to abortion. And I'll just say a word about that, and you'll see how they connect. Those of us who support a woman's right to choose and those of us who are pro-life, one of the areas where I think we can come together and agree on is the idea that if we promote adoption, then it's a way to reduce abortion. That ought to be something that we come together on and agree on. Well, I was surprised to see that some of the groups that call themselves pro-life are urging Governor McDonnell to overturn a rule that has been in the making. It is not yet a rule, but it is a rule that the Board of Social Services is in the process of developing related to who may or may not adopt in Virginia. And this proposed rule would enable unmarried couples to adopt, even if that unmarried couple happens to be gay or lesbian. In addition to the abortion issue, there are 5,815 foster children in Virginia right now. I called Social Services and got the exact number as of March 1st, 2011. 5,815 young men and women in Virginia in foster care, every one of whom has a right to a permanent family, a permanent loving home with a parent or parents who will take care of them, raise them, nurture them, and help them become productive adults and members of our society. Even beyond that, these are families that can help them into adulthood. All of us, even as adults, need the support of a parent and a permanent family. 5,815 children right now in Virginia who have a right to a permanent family. So why on earth would we deny them the ability to have that permanent family merely because the prospective parents are gay or lesbian? Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to think about your own relationships in your own life. Maybe you have a niece or a nephew who is gay. Maybe you have a brother or sister who is gay or lesbian. Maybe an aunt or an uncle. Think about those individuals who you know and who you care about. Do you think that because they are gay or lesbian, they would not be a fit parent? That's what these groups are arguing. Fortunately, there's still time for a good outcome. Governor McDonnell has an opportunity to do the right thing. I read in the paper today, his spokesperson said that Governor McDonnell supports adoption. I believe that to be true, and that he supports the idea of letting a single person adopt where it's appropriate. I think it is critical that we have systems in place to make sure that children are being adopted into families where they are appropriate families, where they will have the loving, nurturing home they deserve. But this is a message that I'm sending out there to Governor McDonnell and to anyone who thinks that adoption needs to be something that we make available to prevent abortion and to ensure that these young men and women in foster care have homes into which they can be adopted. Governor McDonnell, I'm urging you, please keep this proposed rule in place. Don't bow to the groups that are trying to focus on these controversial social issues instead of dealing with the needs of 5,815 young men and women in Virginia in foster care who have a right to a permanent home. Those children don't care whether the prospective parents are gay or lesbian, and neither should we. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.